Time is 11 minutes to 9. A London council, Waltham, Waltham Forest has been accused of racism after asking pupils to fill in a questionnaire to test how extreme they are. Those who attack the idea say it was racist and aimed at Muslim children. Councillor Mark Rusling is the Cabinet Member for Young Children. Morning to you.
Morning.
It was racist, wasn't it?
Not at all. I mean, this is part of a programme which is an educational programme for children in the final year of primary school to teach them about the values of living in a diverse community, diverse society, and about the values of identity, of trust, the ways that they can cope with different multiple identities.
Ask him to fill in a questionnaire that asks them whether they are extremists.
Well, clearly what we want to do is build bridges between communities rather than build wedges between them. So we've taken down this survey. We won't be doing the survey.
So you've abandoned it?
We will be doing a survey because we're spending public money, so we want to make sure that that money's spelled properly. But we won't be doing this survey.
But you were naming the children, weren't you? I mean,
that was absolutely a mistake. There was no need for names to go on there.
Mistake.
I think it's part of a wider programme where we are living in a difficult, diverse world where young people are subject to numerous influences, which frankly when I was at school I was not subject to.
And when you do this sort of thing, surely you're bringing to the attention of children, and we're talking about primary children. I mean, young children.
I think these are 10 and 11-year-olds.
Well, nonetheless, they are children.
Whether we talk to them about it or whether they talk about it, they will be talking about it.
Well, yes, but when people in authority say to them, in effect, are you an extremist, do you think? Especially if you're a Muslim child, you're thinking, well, perhaps I am. I mean,
this programme was not about extremism. It was a programme about community cohesion. It was not aimed at Muslims. It was aimed at every single child in the borough.
And you think a 10-year-old child knows about community cohesion? Well, is conscious of it and is aware of it? And I mean, really?
I've been in those lessons. I mean, I think the best story I can tell, young 10-year-old Muslim child in Walthamstow was asked the 3 biggest influences on his life. He said, Mum, Allah and Sergio Aguero. Now, frankly, I think that is a great thing. He's obviously very complicated issues. He's very confident in his multiple identities.
But why did you need to know that?
We don't need to know, but what we're giving the young people is a space to have these conversations.
But they've got it themselves. They get it when they go home. They've got it in their heads. Why does the school need to say, now look, think about this, think about it?
No.
That means they will think about it.
What we're not saying is you have to think this. What we're saying is here is a space to think.
But if they think it already, which patently they do because you've asked them and they've told you, leave it. Let them get on with life.
Well, this is public money that we're spending, and it's right that we should analyse how good that programme has been. Now, clearly this survey has not worked. It's a daft way of going about what is a very, very positive programme.
Positive in what sense? What is it giving to the children that they would not be getting at home?
Well, partly that's what we're trying to evaluate, obviously, and we'll go back to that. But I think
But it sounds as if you're usurping the role of the parents and the family. That's the problem. Schools aren't meant to do that.
Adding to the role. I think that's what schools do whenever they teach young people about any aspects of the curriculum. They're adding to what parents can do.
Adding what?
I think what we're doing here is saying this is a very, very diverse, difficult age for young people. They're assailed with things on the internet, on their smartphones, every single minute of the day, in a way that I wasn't when I went to school. And what we're trying to do is to give them another perspective, not to say parents are wrong, but to say here is another
if they're able to evaluate it at that age. What were you going to do with this information?
So what we were trying to do was to take the anonymised results of the children who have been through the programme and compare it with the children who haven't been through the programme. To go back to your earlier point, to see what the results of the programme were. It's right to do that with public money.
But you can't assess whether a child is racist, and if so, even if you allow that a 10-year-old child can be racist, and some would argue that at that age they will only be racist if they're told they are racist by somebody else.
And that's what
we keep repeating this, but they're children.
We are not trying to get into the debate around racism. We're trying to get into the debate around belonging. What does it mean to be part of one of the most diverse parts of London, if not the world? So this is not about extremism or racism. This is about trying to give that sense of belonging in what is a very difficult place and time for young people to grow up.
Anyway, the survey's gone, the questionnaire is gone, and that's that.
And the programme will continue.
Mark Rusling, thank you very much indeed.